I'm at the airport in Vienna right now. We're heading to Georgia today, so we have a flight in a few hours from now. It's currently 1:30 p.m. And what I want to do for the next 24 hours is trade only from my smartphone. I have my tablet with me that I use for trading usually when I travel. But the next 24 hours is going to be only phone. I'm going to try to use this, especially the TradingView app, to place all my trades, look at my charts. I'll bring you along and show you how that works out and how it goes. So now what I'm going to do is look at my charts. I didn't do this yet today, so I'm going to go through TradingView, which is an app I use for my charts. You can connect to my broker and look at the charts there. And so far, the cool thing about this is now I have indicators that helps me to figure out when I need to be looking for trades, when the trades show up. That makes the job a lot easier and faster. I'm scrolling through the pairs here, checking my setup up here. So here we have a short setup on AUDUSD. This is daily charts. I'm going to focus on daily charts only because that's what I trade now mostly. Okay, here we've got a setup not yet formed, Euro AUD. So by the way, this is AUD USD. So I'm gonna have to wait for this to actually close on this pair. And I cannot just go in right now and take that trade. This needs to close and give me a, drawing is not easy, but this should give me a red triangle like this at the top of the bar. I gotta wait for the bar to close, which is in, if I can see here on the right side, just about 8 hours and 30 minutes. So that's gonna be like my evening, actually my night in Georgia when I arrive there, so we'll see. Euro AUD, let's continue. No setup there. Euro CAD, no setup. Here we have a setup on Euro NZD. Again, I'm gonna have to wait for this to close. It's a bullish setup. We'll see. This is okay. Cool thing about this is you can just be at the lounge and kind of scroll through your pairs, look at your stuff. Kind of keep it scrolling here. Don't see anything else happening. USD Thai baht, it's going up, which is good for me. Okay, gold is not doing much. USD Mexican is, I had a setup on this, I forgot to take it yesterday. I might jump in on this one, actually. Actually no, because it's a pretty weird gap on this one. So you can see we have a nice setup here. Again, very hard to draw on this. I'm not using this freedom of analysis, but very nice setup here. But we have a gap, so I'm not gonna take this one. This here is not very conducive for being a good trade. So I'm gonna skip that. We continue, Chinese index, AUS 200, Australian index, nothing much happening there. Japan, actually we had a setup here, but that's way too big of a setup. So we could jump in on this. I don't like to kind of really trade the top of the market usually, but this is a setup where if you want to jump in there, right, this triangle over here, then that could have been a good trade. It's a bit far off. I'm zooming out of this. It's very near the top of the market. I have a trade on the S&P, which is correlated to this. I'm going to take this one for now. Here we have Nasdaq, okay, USD and okay, and that's it to finish the list. So let's see, I have a trade going on US 500, so the S&P, which is going up and up, which is good for me, definitely. So I'm waiting for price to close below this whole moving average here to get out of that trade. It's a trend trade, so it might take a while, but that's kind of what happens with these trend trades. Other than that, I had a trade on USD CAD that might have been stopped out by now. Let me just have a look. USD CAD, looks like not yet. So it's a BBR trade. You can see this blue triangle here on the left side. That's a BBR trade, so Bollinger Band reversal setup. I have a third here, stop loss above, the highs. So it looks like we're not triggered yet, not stopped out yet, which is, let's see what happens with this. Not working well so far, but it's a trade that's going on and you never know what happens from there. So I don't want to micromanage my trades. I look at the charts only usually once or twice a day, trading the daily chart. But all these pairs, that's what's up for now. So yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy the lounge here and then go catch my flight and I'll bring you guys along and we'll do that challenge of looking at the charts for the next 24 hours on my phone only. Let's do it. So we made it to Georgia here in Tbilisi tonight at this hotel. We're eating a bit of a dinner here, 9 p.m. here, but it's 6 p.m. for us in Vienna, which we were before coming here. So we'll enjoy this. They have Bloomberg on TV, so I was watching a bit of Bloomberg here, kind of see what's going on. And I just realized that even though I want to look at the charts, The New York candle will close at pretty late, somewhere around my 1 a.m. So we might be there because it's kind of getting late now. We might still be awake at that time. I'll let you know if I look at the chart then or tomorrow. But anyway, just quick update on this, and I'm going to enjoy our dinner. Okay, good morning from Tbilisi in Georgia. We arrived last night late, like I said. Woke up quite a bit late because of course, as you know, jet lag. Now we are here walking around the city center. I'm going to check my charts. I didn't look at the charts yet. It's Friday morning now, so let's have a look at the charts. By the way, Georgia here is in GMT +4, so it's 3 hours ahead of Vienna. It's 3 hours behind Thailand, so I'm kind of used to Thailand being 12 hours from New York, which means it's just about like 3 a.m. in New York time right now, which is noon time here in Georgia. Kind of screw up time zones. As you go on the chart here, you'll see why I really believe in waiting for the candle close to enter a trade, especially in the daily chart. There's a big difference if you have to go like jump in quick, you don't want to miss a trade, you enter quickly on the candle open, it doesn't work well, you want to wait for the candle to close. You'll see why I do this and why it makes a big difference. So here we are, AUDUSD, nothing to see there. In the USD, we said we might have a setup yesterday, we don't have anything yet. See how that candle completely went down instead. We had a big bearish candlestick first, then it kind of ended up being a giant wick, so not a good setup for me. We have dogs here around, which is kind of fun. Okay, so next thing, we have AUD, Euro AUD. Nothing there, we are supposed to, I'm actually in a trade on this one. Euro CAD is going down, but we don't have any trade there. Euro Japanese Yen. I'm going to keep looking at my pairs that way, one by one, just by scrolling on the TradingView app, which is very simple here. This app is a lot better than other apps I've seen before, so kind of cool. Honestly, if I had to put some lines on my charts and like look at every support resistance area, so like draw things, it would be very hard to do this on my phone. It would be almost impossible. Cool thing, I have an indicator to help me with these trades, to spot the trades faster and better. So I don't really need to look much at the chart, I just look at my indicator, what they show me, based on what I've coded before. And that just makes things a lot easier. Here we are on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not having a setup yet. We still are in a bit of a pullback, going back up a little bit, pull back again. This one is the S&P. Like I said, I have a trade on this. I'm waiting for price to close below the whole moving average. It didn't close below yet. We're still going up. That's good. Making an all-time high. Gold made a big move overnight. It's pretty good. No trades there. Alright, so no trade so far. I'm going to keep going at my day, going to travel, go around a little bit, see what Georgia is all about. And I'll keep you posted about this. I'm going to look at the trades again when New York starts, see if anything changes. But for now, it's all pretty much the same. So yeah, let's go explore. Alright, so the US session started. It's very quiet today though in the market because it's basically Easter Friday, not much happening for sure. I did have a look at the chart, nothing is happening for now. Stock market is fully closed today. So we're left with basically Forex and cryptos, which cryptos are very not doing much so far. It's been a very slow day for cryptos today. Still on my phone, I didn't change, still going on. So yeah, basically, what I'm getting out of this trading on the phone thing is that it's really good for being on the go. You can do it simply if you have the right tools, if you set up your charts the right way. I still prefer having a tablet with me to look at the charts, if I really be honest. But you can look at your phone if you like really in a worry or something, or things are happening, you don't have time to go back at your tablet or your computer. Then you can do it on this. It's kind of limited with like the drawings, the screenshots and things, but decent for look at your charts on the go. If you trade currently on your phone, let me know in the comment section below what app you use, how do you find it? Is it easy for you to do it or not? Do you find it difficult or tricky? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. I think I'll bring you around more Georgia. It's a pretty cool place so far. A very different country than what I'm used to, especially here in the city of Tbilisi. So we'll go around, we'll go explore. Might have some dinner at some point tonight, and we'll bring you guys along. And by the way, happy Easter. Alright, so we're back at the hotel room. We were not really in the mood to eat outside. We've had a long day today, jet lag also. So we got a order. First appearance, it looks like a pizza buck, but it's actually dumplings. So these Georgian dumpling with mushrooms inside. So vegetarian. And we've got a salad over here. So yeah, kind of cool pizza bucks for dumpling. It's kind of nice. So if you want to trade from your smartphone, there's a few things you got to know about apps and things you can do to just make it a bit more reliable and better. Few apps I recommend. I've done videos on that in the past, and I've done a whole video where I go through TradingView step by step, things you can do on mobile. The mobile app is pretty good. Check it out in the corner over here. But let's talk about a few more apps you can use to actually trade from your smartphone. TradingView has a lot of brokers that you can choose from when it comes to trading. There's, of course, Rwanda. I'm using myself 8cap and Pepperstone on TradingView. Also using Interactive Broker for trading stocks or investing. You can see all of them on the app. But if you cannot really use that app, I recommend CTrader. This is the next best choice. I think it's pretty intuitive, pretty easy to use, and you can do a lot with it. When it comes to position sizing, the app called TradingView is pretty good. You're able to calculate your size per trade. TradingView calculates this automatically, where it calculates your lot size depending on the risk you want to have, the stop loss you want to have. But if you cannot use TradingView for some reason, you want to use a different app, then the app called TradingView is good for this. And you can calculate for every pair, your risk, your stop loss size, and it goes quite well. It's pretty intuitive also to use. I would recommend an app for the calendar, the news calendar, but I think TradingView has a good enough news calendar that you can go through and kind of filter out and pick the news you're really interested in if you look at the news. Otherwise, then you can have a look at investing.com. It's a pretty good app for this, and you can actually, with investing.com, look at all the news, get the calendar there. It's pretty in-depth. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any other app you suggest, any other tips for trading from your smartphone. If you do the same thing, let me know in the comment section below and hear your thoughts on this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done yet, and I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.